Hello and welcome to Swarajya Conversations. We have a very special guest on today's episode. His name is Munish Moudgil. He is Commissioner, Survey, Settlement and Land Records in the Department of Revenue, Government of Karnataka. Now, why is it special? I'm really excited about this conversation because it's not often that we get to hear from top bureaucrats because they're working away from the buzz and the spotlight, actually working hard, putting in the hard yards, and making a difference in terms of citizen delivery, helping out the citizen, and in this case, it turns out even the government. So let's join in first. I'd like to welcome you.
Thank you very much
for joining us on the conversation. Let me just begin by asking you first. One of the recent milestones that you achieved was to do with the crop loan waiver scheme. Could you just explain to us how it was done previously and what you were able to sort of effect as change in the process?
Okay. See, the crop loan waiver of Government of Karnataka is and was a very ambitious program. In a very small, short span of time, we wished in a very sanitized, correct manner to ensure that the loans which were taken by the farmers are waived. In the initial estimate, there was about 40 lakh farmers was
Right.
expected, and it was expected that the amount of loan involved would be around 44,000 crore rupees.
Right.
So it was a massive number, and it had to be done by ensuring that the government orders are implemented correctly, which means the people who were eligible
Right.
got the waiver immediately, and the people or the particular type of loan which were not eligible should not get. Traditionally, what used to happen was in a loan waiver scheme across the country, they would take the list of the loans from the bank, and whether that loan particularly is eligible or not would be in a way internally evaluated by the bank and sent to the government,
Right.
and thorough check whether that loan which is claimed, not that there is a mischief, there could be a misunderstanding of the eligibility by the bank,
Right.
for example, and so on and so forth. There could be a possible mischief also by some people, but major issue was if you issue an order, the bank may not realize exactly precisely which loan is eligible. Okay?
Right.
So it had led in the past even the observations by CHE. So the challenge was that the right person should get loan immediately, and the person who is not eligible should not get.
Right.
However, the time was at the critical essence. So what we built in this is a system of IT based system. We gave login IDs to all the bank managers. We
Right.
made an elaborate IT system, and all the loans data was electronically obtained directly into our central system
Right.
from the central banking core banking system of the banks. All data came, and that data, once we received centrally, we made available through our software to each manager.
Right.
He in turn re-verified each loan and confirmed that the loan is valid.
Right.
In addition to that, the software had inbuilt intelligence or the rule based system.
Right.
It was able to understand which loan is eligible, which is not eligible.
Right.
So at the end of it, all the eligibility loan criteria could be evaluated by the software. After mere mechanical data porting electronically into our system, eligible loans could be immediately identified once the data was ported.
Right.
And after that, once the managers okayed it, so we had the human control on the whole system. IT was basically a support system. We could actually give around 25 lakh farmers
Right.
about 15,000 crore rupees.
Wow.
And the achievement of this system was it could identify based on Aadhaar infrastructure,
Right.
based on the ration cards. We ported the Aadhaar, we imported the data of ration card based as a family
Right.
norm. We also ported from a different database the land details. We ported from the bank the loan details.
Right.
We put all these things together in our software. In a matter of 2 months, this whole software was created
Wow.
in-house. And after creating in-house, we could save almost about precious public money of about 9,500 crore.
Wow.
Because people who would have obtained a loan, let us say in one sector, cooperative sector, were not eligible to get the loan waiver. Also, additionally, double loan waiver was not allowed for them to take it from the commercial loan
Right.
banks. So this software could identify all that,
Right.
and in a matter of around 6 months flat, we could achieve more than 90% dispersal to the concerned farmers,
Right.
and it's a fairly something we are proud of. And in this, one major thing which I would like to mention is the system asked the farmer to turn up and gave his only 3 numbers. We asked him his
Right.
Aadhaar number, his ration card number,
Right.
and his land on which he had grown the crop. Other than that, we asked for no other document from the farmer. He
Right.
just gave these 3 numbers, and the farmer was involved in the whole exercise.
Right.
Electronically, we made the loan waiver certificate online available to each farmer. He can print and give it anywhere. In addition to that, our staff also printed the loan waiver certificates and have gone and given it to the individual farmers.
Right.
So all the stakeholders were positively involved, and the government also could actually benefit a lot from the system.
That's what I find really amazing about this, because one is in the crop loan waiver system, you've sort of empowered the farmer in a sense. You've got the farmer right into the center of the stage, and then he's involved in the process. And there's also saving of public monies to such a large extent that you've been able to achieve. How I see this is that digitization is sort of the theme that is there in here. So you're using IT-based services, and I see that that has sort of been a recurring theme across your career as an IAS officer in various departments. Similarly, I've seen that you've been able to sort of effect change in, say, citizens wanting income certificates or caste certificates, and you've also been able to make that a very easy process. Could you just speak about that?
Yeah, as you mentioned, see, the theme is not digitization.
Right.
I'll be very frank, the theme is empowering the citizen.
Right.
And technology is essentially the best tool to empower the citizen.
Right.
See, I am very fortunate to be working in the government. It enables me to work directly for the people.
Right.
My job essentially is to meet and achieve the ends of the common man. Now, in that, the best way I find, or anybody would find, is to empower the citizen, and technology, IT, is the best method, the method to empower the citizen. So that is a central theme. So what happens is, it's like, how does IT empower people? I give a very simple example which will ring bell with almost everybody, who might be hearing this interview. The minute you have a self-printing boarding pass due to technology, you now can print your boarding pass sitting at home.
Right.
Or from any counter, and straight away board the aeroplane.
Yes.
Compare this with an old situation where you had to compulsorily stand in a queue, or even older situation where you had to compulsorily go to a particular travel agent to book your ticket. So technology in that sense is the central methodology of empowerment of common man.
Wow.
And by centrally empowering the common man, it is able to achieve efficiency, transparency, and also it is able to save money for everybody. Now, same concept absolutely is at the core of governance, which we say our theme is, maximum governance, minimum government.
Yes.
So that is definitely going to happen by empowering the people. So keeping that as a theme, whole technology's effort or digitization effort is towards that end. And I'll mention, as you said, an example. All examples will go in the same direction. Now, what we did was, when people apply for any particular service, let us say in our case, I give an example, caste, income and residence certificates in Karnataka.
Right.
We have 6 crore 20 lakh people in Karnataka. When they apply, what happens is the inquiry happens subsequent to the application.
Right.
And what we found was that if we went house to house, created a pre-existing repository of all the caste, income, residence certificates for the whole population,
Right.
then it empowers the citizen. How it empowers is, what we did was, we went house to house over a period of 6 months and collected their caste, income, residence details by door-to-door inquiry through the village and accountant or patwari, made the whole repository for 4.5 crore population. Urban part we are still to do right now.
Right.
Rural, all Karnataka's population, we covered caste, income and residence certificate for 4.5 crore people. Imagine this amounts to about 15 crore certificates And since we did both in Kannada and English, it is about 30 crore certificates were created.
Wow.
Due to technology, we could do it in a matter of around 6 to 8 months. And after doing this, what is the benefit to the citizen? Prior to this, the citizen had to come, apply, wait for 21 days, pay bribes. Now he can sit at home, print his pre-created existing certificate of caste, income and residence
Right.
from anywhere and anytime. So the whole idea is that the need to come to the government offices should be eliminated
Mm.
and should be minimized, if not eliminated. And that is the core of this effort. And it has saved maybe hundreds of crores of rupees of visit of the citizen to the government offices.
Wow.
Because to get one certificate, first you have to apply, second time you have to come back to pick it.
Right.
So if we, for example, in last 1 year, we have issued more than 1 crore certificates through this system, automated system, and that has saved at least 1 crore visits of the citizens to our counter. And 1 crore visit, if each visit, if we count, would have cost the citizen 200 to 300 rupees, at least 300 crore rupees of the citizen have been saved.
That's astounding.
And it
actually.
less work for the government,
Yes.
more power to the citizen,
Yes.
and much more transparency in everything.
Wow, it's amazing. There's also another place where I've seen that you've been able to really make an impact, which is sometimes what happens is you might have a party come to another party and say, why don't you buy this land, pay me the money, take this land. But sometimes the title, the property owner, for instance, is not clearly established, and sometimes in the future somebody gets to know that, okay, the property owner is somebody else, or there's some ambiguity about that. You've sort of enabled the citizen to sort of also be on top of that process. How did you achieve that?
Okay, see, the computerization of land records has been going on for the last 20 years. We wanted to take it one step further, and that one step further was, we have made, to put it simply, all the land records of Karnataka available on the mobile to the citizen.
Right.
And it is an authentic record which is now available through mobile app to every citizen in Karnataka. The mobile app is Dishank. And one we did was, we have gone one step further. There are two types of land records. One is who is the owner of a particular plot. That is a text data. Munish is owner of plot number 23. That's fine. Now, where is this plot number 23 and what is its boundaries?
Right.
This is called map part of the land records. This part also we have put on the mobile app. So what Dishank as a mobile app has achieved, if it is in my hand as a common citizen, it is available on Google Play Store for Android. I download it on my mobile. It opens something like Google Earth kind of an image. It is actually a satellite image. On the satellite image, we have superimposed to the scale geo-referenced land record maps. So you can stand anywhere and know which is the survey number, plot number of the spot you are standing on.
Right.
You can check any particular survey number. Let us say you say plot number 23 in this particular district. Who is the owner and what is this location?
Right.
The app will show you the location, owner, extent, and the boundaries, everything. So the whole concept came from the requirement that the citizen anywhere in the country find it extremely difficult to obtain this land records. One, it finds it next to impossible to obtain the map. Thirdly, even if he obtains a map, he cannot tell where is the boundary. Now imagine, now in this Dishank, where you are standing, you can see your location where you are standing as a blue dot.
Right.
It will show you the plot in which you are standing as a orange boundary. As you move, you can see at the exact point where you cross over the boundary. So while actually on the ground, you can actually see where the boundary is. And this has a huge implication. There are more than 500,000 downloads of Dishank in Karnataka already. And that is a big number for a government application mobile app. And how does it help? Let us say I want to sell you plot number 23. I want to say, please see Karan, this is plot number 23. This is the boundary. Now, how will you know what I am telling is right or wrong?
Right.
There is no way, short of going to a professional surveyor, you had no choice. Now, but every one of us actually are using today the Google Maps to reach our houses.
Yes.
So people are capable of consuming this knowledge and technology, but the knowledge information was not given. So what we did was put the land record maps on the mobile app, on the satellite image. So now, minute I tell Karan that this is plot number 23, you can open app and see whether that spot actually is plot number 23 or not. So that all the cheatings are really gone out of the window, and people will actually can tap it and know who is the owner of plot number 23 also. If I say I am Munish, I am plot number 23 owner, take it. You can see whether what spot I am showing you is plot number 23 or not. And
Right.
there, by clicking that plot number 23 in the app mobile itself, you will know who is the owner. And it will tell you through a navigation mode how to reach that plot also, just like Google
Right.
Google travel map. So we believe empowering people, we ensure that people are in control of their destiny, in control of their rights, and as I said, that is the core recurring thing.
About future projects, I'm sure there are lots of opportunities to sort of use technology in, for example, surveying the land or land mapping, for instance. What sort of future projects you're looking at?
See, in fact, I would say right now we are in starting the execution of what is drone based land resurvey project. It is going on
Right.
along with Survey of India. We, the Survey Department of Government of Karnataka, we have tied up with them, and right now the drones are flying in Karnataka and capturing the images. Now look at the numbers. What this will achieve, what it will produce. Firstly, it will produce a geo-reference digital map of the whole of each land parcel of Karnataka, including urban areas, including flats, everything. One.
Okay.
What will that mean? We will be in a position to put this all the information on the mobile app which I just spoke about to the citizen. Okay. Third, what does it achieves? The accurate geo-referenced map which will be created in 1/10 the time which traditionally it used to take for a regular manual
Right.
survey to happen. It used to take anywhere between 20 to 30 years traditionally manually to do a survey. We will be completing it in next 2 years time for the whole of Karnataka. And imagine in Bangalore city, every property in Bangalore rural areas, in the deepest rural areas of Karnataka, each parcel will get actually digitally surveyed through the drone, and you will be shocked, in a matter of about 6 months time it can technically cover whole of Karnataka.
Wow.
So once the maps are created, this will be, you know, first of its kind in the country where drone will be used to generate a map of the rural agriculture land holding. Once this map is created and it is brought on the mobile app, then the every other facet of land management will undergo a revolutionary change. So that is one project which has started. We expect to finish a good 5 districts and Bangalore city in next 1 year,
Right.
and that is one part. And in addition to that, we would like to actually you know, take all these maps again, as I said, on Dishank.
Right. Right. I'm just curious. There's so much of sort of a technology use that you're bringing in. Is this possible to be duplicated across, say, other departments? How much space for collaboration is there, and sort of transfer of technology and inputs to other departments?
Absolutely. See, what we are doing, we are not doing alone.
Right.
We are doing it with other organizations, whether it be Karnataka State Remote Sensing Application Center did traditionally georeferencing and digitization of our old village maps. Now we are doing with Survey of India, the maps which are getting created. So the knowledge these agencies are getting, the information which it is getting created, and in addition to that, the people getting used to consuming technology from the government is also an additionality.
Right.
So all this is immediately available to every other department. In fact, agriculture department, horticulture department, and other departments are already using this data. For example, my data on caste, income and residence certificates is consumed by every other department. This is as much as consuming our product or our output is concerned. In addition to that, whatever IT systems we are building, they are immediately replicable across other states, one, and for the reasons I can tell in detail later. In addition to that, whatever experiences we are getting for doing these projects, the other departments are also immediately benefiting from it because of
Right.
the experience involved in the general structure of administration is the same. For example, let you be delivering a driving license. Okay, if you are delivering a driving license as a transport department, the mechanism is the same. There is a service, there is an application by the citizen. there is some check you do which will decide whether the citizen is eligible or not for that service. Once you decide he is eligible, you deliver that service to the person. So once we are able to digitize this checking and delivery of service, the concept immediately becomes copyable and replicable for other departments.
Right, right. I just like to close by asking you, see, you've been in service for about 20 years now, and you've worked through a few departments, and you've sort of focused now on land survey and settlement. In the future, what kind of departments do you think you would be able to sort of take on and make an impact if you had the opportunity?
See, I would say in government, every department
Right.
has huge potential and requirement to make lots of changes to the people, because people are our the customers. And let it be any department, if I am given an opportunity, I think there is a huge thing to be done in every department. And but a lot of challenges are there in every sector, I would say.
Right.
But imagine there are sectors which are having immediate challenge and which we would wish to win with a clear mandate in a fixed time. For example, housing for all. In
Right.
2022, we want to give housing to everybody.
Yes.
Now, that is something which is remarkable to be able to work on and deliver. Like we just completed Swachh Bharat mission. Now housing for all, I am very sure India is going to achieve.
Right.
It will be a pleasure to be a part of such an initiative. Now we are having another initiative, health for all. We have Ayushman Bharat. So that reaching every Indian, getting a secure protection of health through our system will be an absolutely a life satisfying kind of a work. In addition to that, there is a transformation which is possible, like in education sector. Then you have this the women and child development, W&CD. There's a lot transformation which is required even in the women and child development sector, where you have malnutrition children, you have all the care. So any sector you look at, you will be finding that there will be immediate infinite amount of work which is pending to be done. Now this, apart from this, you can have a lot of transformation even in the financial management sector, taxes, etc., etc. So it's endless. I would say any area, any department would be a great opportunity to work on. But
Right.
For coming 2 years, I would wish to complete this survey and it will become a permanent asset for everybody. And going further, absolutely, I look forward to every opportunity which will be given to me.
Right. I really think you've been doing incredible work, and I hope that the work that you're bringing in is also sort of spread to other departments, and because the deed of sort of empowering the citizen, and I think that theme sort of resonates, and I hope more of that can be enabled through digitization. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you very much. It's
All
my
right.
pleasure, Karthik. Thank you.
Thanks.